Hello and welcome to a new channel news and blog series called Dragon's Nest. I am Silenvo, the Silver Dragon. This series will focus on a handful of topics where I write a script out on the details of all the things going on relevant to me or something and explain in hopefully exasperated detail to my opinion of what is going on. Or something. That is to say, I will do channel news, detailed stories, specific thoughts, and some random things that don't fit into most videos I produce. This series may eventually include video material, but for the most part will only be my voice, and a nice picture of a dragon or something else neat looking. I will probably also announce new series, ask for polls, or consider new plans for the channel in these episodes and series. So, on to the news for my channel. Or topics to cover, rather. Topic number 1. 250 subscribers. How the heck did that happen so fast? I feel like I turned around for a minute and suddenly, bam, it's already 150 more subscribers than I had previously. Well, I guess I need to do another subs limit break video for the 250. I'm gonna have to do something else different, though partially this video counts in that. But anyway, I wanted to thank you all for subscribing. I'm always happy to hear people like my content, and a subscription is like a great big hug out of nowhere for me. I opened my inbox this morning and it had like 10 plus subscribers noted for having joined, and I was just like, woohoo! Felt great after that, so yeah, thank you. Topic number 2. This one's gonna be a big topic. Expect a lot of babbling. TerraTech is not a permanent series. I know it will run a while longer for certain, but once I have built a number of the things that I've wanted to, I'm going to be running out of ideas to focus on in the game. It's going to end up petering out, and that will likely result in a season end. Next season for the game will likely start after considerable development has been done on the game. It's moved maybe from alpha to beta. I'm not sure if that ever happens, because some games just never exit alpha. I hope for the best, though. I will probably present a list of various ideas for the developers to consider if they ever see my channel. However, I would like to replace TerraTech in the future with a reasonably good alternative on my channel to keep people interested and invested in my content, since probably not nearly as many are interested in RimWorld, from what I can see anyway. So one particular idea is from the depths, as it were, because it literally, the game is called From the Depths. Okay, bad jokes. Anyway, this game has similar roots to Space Engineers and TerraTech in various ways, so I was considering doing a series on it. However, unlike TerraTech, it has a huge learning curve to it. I poked at the game a bit, and I recorded something, but I decided not to release the initial video because I got too wrapped up in messing with all the features rather than actually being topically relevant. So it kind of fell into silence a lot, which was pretty bad. Still, I feel the game has a lot of potential for being a very interesting experience and fun to watch, because I got roped in very well into wanting to watch it myself for the past several days. The biggest problem I ran into while playing it, though, is that it actually is kind of difficult to make large constructs in the game, just because of how much time it takes to build the stuff. It takes hours. When I sat down to build my own proper ship, it took about 8 hours just to put it together, and even then, when I was done with it, I was still tweaking the design afterwards. Fiddling with little parts here and there, noticing little errors I made, all kinds of stuff. It was, So, I would need to probably cut most of the actual construction of ship footage from my video uploading, or split it into 2 separate series of videos. One focused on the building aspect, and the other focused on the combat and adventure, and whatever story I might throw together for the campaign. Even then, though, the building episodes will likely need to be heavily montage-oriented to really be good quality and to save time, because of all the time it takes. I mean, 8 hours of content. Even if I cut that in by the 4 times speed that I've been using for TerraTech, that's still 2 hours. Oh my gosh. So, yeah. Sorry, I lost my place. I am actually doing this on script, by the way, so I wrote this while I was looking at stuff. Where did I put... gosh darn it. I completely lost my place. Even then, the building episodes would likely need to be... Yeah, also, probably end up tweaking my designs after battle testing. And organizing their arrangement of equipment. Yeah, that will be fun, won't it? So, from the depths is perhaps a bit intense on my time. So, if I do have it as a series, it's likely to become a focus for my channel because of how much time it takes. And it will be in video making, not just because of how much effort it takes, both just in the game, but also outside of it for the video editing. Because whenever I make a montage in TerraTech that is considered one of the real montage ones that I was set forth to being strongly montagey, and I cut various parts out and then stuck it together and faded out all that took hours to do, just because of all the bits. I basically watched the whole video multiple times to do all the editing I did for it. So yeah, that takes a lot of time. A lot of time. Okay, back on target. Stay on target. So, was it just... I lost my place again, just because. Video editing. Yeah. Alternatively, I can go back and start poking again at space engineers. I've had a number of ideas I wanted to do in the game, but I ended up putting them on hold because of a number of issues and general laziness, as well as simply being more focused on kicking more TerraTech videos out on the regular. I just really haven't had the time to put into space engineers. I still haven't released Project Modular. If anyone has been watching my channel or checked out some of my older stuff, that's something I've had hanging around. I haven't done any more of my Silenvo's workshop episodes for a while, which I kind of wanted to do more, making more stuff like that. And I also wanted to make some cool large spaceships of various sorts. So there's definitely stuff I can do in space engineers. Lots of stuff. More recently, even, I was considering doing a whole new series or two on the game regarding building an entire faction styled a certain way. This also required considerable amounts of this would also require considerable amounts of testing and an effort to make stuff and a color scheme that I still haven't quite worked out yet. So I'm working on I need to work out a color scheme for this faction styled stuff, and I have to work out kind of a design style. And then I have to mix those two together very strongly and keep them strong throughout all the designs. And that takes more time than just throwing something together like I usually do with my workshop. But this all brings me back to my point. Do you guys want to see my take on From the Depths, or head back into Space Engineers and start releasing more content relative to that game? Because TerraTech will only be around for so long, and I want to be able to keep bringing content that is similarly enjoyable to those who subscribed for it. I mean, what? Probably about 200 of you out of the 250 I have now have subscribed for TerraTech, and the remainder is either people who don't are subscribed from a long time ago that don't actually probably watch me anymore, or they watch whatever I put out. Yeah. It's quite clear that some people are interested in what I'm playing in the case of TerraTech, but I realize that I can't maintain this series forever because I will run out of things to do with it, just because the game is so limited to me right now. Maybe if it improves in other ways, I might be able to go much further with it, but... Or if I get, like, tremendous amounts of suggestions and they want to see my take on them, I might play around with that. But outside of that, yeah, the series will end, inevitably. So, yeah, that's kind of important. And I need to have something to fill in for it so people can continue to enjoy content produced by me, rather than just going like, oh, he stopped making videos I care about, and then just leave. Because that's just the thing. And it's not like I'm not enjoying these other games that I'm suggesting, because I do enjoy Space Engineers. I have tried out From the Depths a bit, and I have been enjoying it as well. It's just that I want to know, like, what do people want to see? Because if I'm just throwing the stuff out there and nobody's watching it, then I'm just wasting my time. It'd be better if I just played it on my own time in that case. So I need to know, like, do you guys want, like, videos from the Depths or Space Engineers? Or do you want to see something else? You can offer suggestions. I'm open. I'm open to suggestions. So yeah, please leave comments in the description on your thoughts or suggestions on that regard, or thumbs up someone who already says something that you want to see, so it's more pronounced about, like, I want this, or I want this, and this is heavily reinforced. That'd be great. Yeah, so that's about that for that topic, actually. Topic 3. Yes, there's actually several topics. Yeah, sorta. Topic 3. So I was wondering about another series I was considering on doing, but I'm not entirely prepared yet to begin it. I posted a video on it a while back, but Kerbal Space Program. I want to know if people are interested in a series in that game. However, unlike my other 2 games I mentioned earlier, I have other plans on how I want to play the game. I've been inspired several times over by people like Enter Elysium, Macy Dean, and Bob Fitch. So I'm considering trying to do my own series that involves a roleplay style approach to the game, where I actually do stuff and have it actually start incurring an actual story. And that might be very interesting, or it might not be at all that impressive, depending on what you actually like to watch. You might not care at all, so I'm just throwing this out there to see if anybody wants to see this kind of thing. I haven't worked out all the details yet. I'm still kind of fumbling around with the mod selection. I just want to know, like, do you want this series? Because if you do, you can shout it out in the comment section and let me know, like, hey, we want to see this because it sounds cool. And if that's true, I will be motivated to do it, because right now I'm just kind of doing it on the side as a little small thing, and I'm like, this takes forever, and I put it off a lot. But if there's people who are interested in it, then bam, I got a whole bunch of people wanting this thing, they want to see it happen, and I can start working on it a lot more motivated, like. Because motivation is sometimes a problem I have, but if I can go like, hey, these people want more of this, I can go, alright, let's dive right in. So that would be great to know if there's any kind of interest in it at all right now. I mean, I'm going to make it anyway, at least an episode of it, in the future eventually, maybe the whole series. We'll see. It'll take time, just because of my laziness and all the other random stuff that'll probably be putting it off, and I'm not really focused on it unless there is people who are interested in it. And if there is a considerable interest, I can move it up on my schedule focus and go like, hey, you know what, there's people interested in this, I'm going to work on it more dedicatedly. So yeah, that's a thing I wanted to mention. Okay, topic number 4. If you would like to ask questions for me to answer in a future video of Dragon's Nest, feel free to ask them here on my comment on the comment section as well. If I feel it's good enough question to organize for clarity or for everyone to hear, I'll do it in a future Dragon's Nest video. Also, if you ask about Facecam, you can forget it. I don't do that stuff yet. I may consider it in the future, but it's not likely to happen for a long time. So, basically no on Facecams. No Facecam. No. Just no. My scaly dragon face is just not photogenic. Yet. Topic number 5. I'm on Twitter. Been for a while. Never really got any messages, though, so if you want to get updates on Twitter or hear me randomly mumble nonsense, because I do every now and again, it's there. I would love to find people responding to my random comments, and I'd probably feel much more inclined to comment more regularly if there are people actually saying anything back on Twitter. Like, oh, hey, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, yeah, da 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 da. I don't know. Okay, they don't. So, yeah, I'd be happy to twitterate all the things. But I need people to twitterate with. So, follow me on Twitter. Beat me, say things, get me invested in checking it out more often. I'd love that. And to chat. Yeah, so that covers everything I wanted to talk about right now, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll be recording. Silenvo out.